Welcome, friends. Hello and good evening. This is Kit Crush Wednesday, and I'm Lisa Maynard. And I'm so glad that you're here with me this week. We are going to take a look at a new kit that actually came out with the annual catalog in May, and I'm just finally getting to where I can show it to you because I've had to get through some other kits and everything. So we're going to take a look at that kit tonight, and I'm going to wait for a couple people to jump on. And I see that a couple people have, so welcome. Thanks for joining me as always. This is Kit Crush Wednesday, and we take a look at the new kits from Stampin' Up! And sometimes we look at the paper pumpkin kits that come out every month. So you just never know which one you're going to get. So always tune in every Wednesday at 7 unless I can't be with you. And we will explore all the kits and give you a little bit of taste of what they're all about. And hopefully you will get excited and purchase some and try them for yourself. So with that, let's turn this camera around and we are going to take a look at this kit. Is called Share a Smile, and it's really, really fun. It is in the new catalog, and I think it's going to be around for a while. Now, these are not regular size cards. These are little note cards, and they're very, very cute. And there's no stamping involved in any of this. So it's basically assembling the cards. But it makes 8 really cute, really different cards. And so I've made 4 of them, and we're going to make 4 of them tonight. And then we're going to put the little box together that all the note cards go in. So it's really, really fun. So we have this orange one, Have a Great Day, with flowers on it. Then we have a cute one with a sloth hang in there. And another one with a cactus hang in there with the sunshine. And You Matter with some peaches on it. Super fun, super cute, eclectic little note cards. And all of the envelopes come with the inside with a little sun ray on them. So super, super fun. I don't have the kit to show you because I have assembled all of the cards that we're going, the 4 remaining cards we're going to assemble tonight to construct. And we're sideways, and I don't know why, friends. We're going to go ahead and fix this really quick, and I apologize, but you're going to have to look at my messy craft room. So hopefully that won't happen again, and we're going to get us right back into that. So there we go. I apologize. I don't know why things like that happen. We can't help it. But anyway, I can't show you the parts and pieces because I've already got them prepped. But here's the instructions. And I followed the instructions. Now you can do it however you want. And I am going to go by the instructions tonight when I make the final 4 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, and we're going to just start. We're going to just jump right in. So the first card we have here is another, you have 2 of each base card. So 2 sunshine or 2 sun rays, 2 orange striped ones, 2 pink postage striped ones, and a purple one. So the bases are the same, but what goes on each of these is a little bit different, and they make super cute cards. So let's go ahead and burnish that and get that started. Now you have this little cute little piece of note paper here, but that's just a layering piece. And I've already prepped everything, but we're going to go ahead and burnish that little tear and tape on there because, as you know, if you watched before, this makes taking that backing off super, super easy. Now, to make this card, we're not going to lay this on here straight. It goes on just a little crooked, just because it gives it just a little bit more interest, if you will. Now, again, I've already prepped these. So I'm going to, all we're going to be doing is adhering the pieces. So we have little mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, and we're going to take the backing off of those. And this little bicycle is going to go down here, kind of at the bottom of our page. of our card right about there. And then our sentiment, you make me smile, is going to go near the top of our card. And it's going to go across just like so, right about like that. And then we have these cute little hearts, and they all have little mini Stampin' Dimensionals on them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere these to our card. And I am kind of following the directions, so I'm going to kind of place them where the directions are telling me to. Again, completely up to you. This is your card, your creativity. You can do it however you would like. So one more little heart here, and they all just pop up so very cute. And we're going to put that guy little right there. And here, again, our first card, You Make Me Smile. Super cute little note card. Again, they fit in these cute little envelopes. Let's move on to the next one. Again, we have some more layering pieces. This is the orange background, the like checkered background, if you will, with some stripes through it. So we're going to go ahead and burnish that. And again, I'm going to keep my bone folder in here because we have that little notepad piece again, that layering piece. And I'm just going to burnish that to make this super easy to pick the edge, to get that paper backing off of those tear and tape. I don't know why these strips, if you can see them, I did not put those on there very straight, but it doesn't matter. They don't have to be straight, but I'm not really sure why they didn't go on there completely straight, but they didn't. So we're going to set this right about here, just a little bit of an angle, not much, but just a little bit. And then we've got our sun, our sunshine. And we're going to go ahead and take the backing off of those little Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're going to put our sunshine right about here. He's going to go off of that note piece just a tad, just a little bit, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and add our sentiment. Have a great day. Now, this is going to stay on the sun. So we're going to put him right about there, just like that. And then to add a little more interest, we're going to add some little hearts here. Just going to pop these up and pop those on the card. Run right there. And let's put one about right here, right about in there, and then put one final one down below our sentiment. Super easy to put together, as you can see. Super quick, super fast, especially when you have them all prepped and ready to go. So there we have that. Have a great day. What a great little note card to send to someone. Perfect. Let's come in with our third card. And again, I've prepped all the parts and pieces. This one is our pink card with like a kind of a postage stamp theme on the back of that card base. And so we're going to go ahead and burnish that. And then we have some leaf layering pieces. Now on the backs here, I've already put the little pieces of tear and tape on the back. Follow the directions for where those go. And we're going to go ahead and come in with our little bone folder and just burnish those up a little bit. So when we go to take those off, they come off super easy. Hopefully, as I'm saying that, they should come off super easy. And then boom, right like that. And then another one, get a hold of that, and that comes off. I like to use the scissors to cut these because, as you can see, they go in little areas here. And so I'm just not very good at tearing it so that it's not hanging off the edge. So I like to cut my pieces when I'm doing that. So let's go ahead and layer these up. And we are going to go ahead and put our first little leaf piece. We're going to put them, we're going to put them right about here, just like so. and press that down. And then our next one is going to come up a little bit from that. And it's going to go right about there, just like so. Now, again, you can do it however. I'm just kind of trying to follow the directions so we get that just where they should be. So next, we've got our sunflower. Very cute. And we're going to go ahead and put that down next. And take those backings off of those Stampin' Dimensionals there. And this little sunflower goes right about here in between those leaves, kind of off center a little bit, so we can see those leaves peeking through. And then You Matter, we've got a little bit of tear and tape on there and a little Stampin' Dimensional. That's because this is going to be off onto there, and it's going to pop in right about here like so. So let's go ahead and burnish that up. Take that piece off. And take the backing off of that Stampin' Dimensional. And we're going to go ahead and put this in right about like so. Just like that. You Matter. Not quite straight. Let's get that there. That's a little bit better. There. Now, to finish this off, we've got these lovely, cute little hearts again. And so we're going to add about 3 hearts to this. And we're going to put one right there. And we're going to put one right here. And the final one is going to go down on these leaves down here on the bottom. Right like that. There you go. You Matter. Super cute. Again, note card. Very, very fun. Easy to make. And anybody is going to love to get those. So let's put together our final card. This is like a purple base on it with an arch, like an arch window type design on it. So we're going to go ahead and burnish those. And again, we've got some layering pieces here. We've got a couple leaves and a bird. That would be a toucan, I think, is what that bird is. And so let's burnish those. Go ahead and take the backing off of these real quick. And then we're going to start putting this card together. So let's go ahead and put our first little leaf right about here, right about like that. And then we're going to put the second leaf, the second bigger leaf, and he's going to come down here right about like so, just like that. Now, again, here's our focal point, our toucan, and we've got the Stampin' Dimensionals on him, and we're going to go ahead and take those off very quickly. And then we're going to center him on these leaves, and he's going to come over to the side just about like yay, and we're going to set him down right like that. And then You Matter is going to, or You Make Me Smile, sorry, You Make Me Smile is going to go on the toucan, and he's going to pretty much go right across his body here. And we've got Stampin' Dimensionals. So again, we've got another layer there. And then we've got these cute little flowers that we're going to finish this card up with here. And these are going to go right here. Let's put one. Let's get that so that goes in there right like so. Kind of underneath that. Not pushing our bird down though. Let's get that lifted up a little bit there. We've got him on there. Let's scoot that over a little bit. There we go. That's the way we want it, right there. And then let's put one right over here, like right about there. And then we're going to finally place one right here on that little leaf, and make sure that that doesn't push our card down. Make sure that's right there. And there you go. You make me smile. Super cute. Love, love, love all of these note cards. They are absolutely adorable. Aren't they? Absolutely adorable. Super, super cute. So now that we've got all of these cards and we've got all of these envelopes, what are we going to put them in? Well, I'm going to show you. This kit comes with a box, and here is the box right here. And so we are going to put the box together. Now, part of it has already been burnished, but what we're first going to do is we're going to bring in our bone folder, and we're going to burnish all of these creases because that makes it easier to put together. So all of these creases are already scored for you. So all you have to do is just basically do what I'm doing, and just you want to burnish all of these creases with your bone folder so that when you're assembling this, it's just easier to put together. And I'm just going to keep doing this. And we've got a couple more here. We've got these little tiny ones right there. We're going to burnish that. And I think we have one more right here. And we're going to burnish that. Now this came with the tear and tape already on it. I did not have to do anything, friends. That was already done. So we're going to start assembling. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tear and tape off of these little flaps right here. And what we're going to do then is we're going to bring this up. We're going to bring this up, and we're going to bring this in like so. And we're going to hold that together on that side. And we're going to do the same thing on this side and give it a good press. Now, if you want to make sure that's adhered real well, what I do is I take my bone folder and I just push on that a little bit on each side to give that a good press. And we just burnish that edge a little bit, and then we make sure that it is nice and tight. So the last thing we have to do is take off these pieces of tear and tape, which we're going to do with my little take your pick tool here. And maybe we can get underneath that and take that off and take this one off. And then we are going to come in and we are going to line these up on the edges and line this up over here. And we're not going to really push down until we get these lined up about where we want them. And then we're going to give it a nice little press. So again, if you wanted to, you can come inside here, and while it's laid down, you can't see it, but I'm taking my bone folder and I'm just rubbing back and forth on where that tear and tape was. And then that burnishes it really well. And so then it folds over, and let's make sure and it folds over, and this little flap, come on. Well, let's get that. And this little flap goes in there, and then you have your cute little box where all of your cards can go, and they'll fit in here perfectly with all their envelopes. I don't have the envelopes right handy, but they will, I promise you, fit in here with all of your envelopes. And there you have a great little card packet and gift to give to someone special who would just absolutely, what is going on here? We've got, yeah, there we go. Who would not love to receive 8 cute little note cards in a nice little box? What a great little gift to give to someone. Birthday present, just because. Thank you for being a good friend. Just a great little gift, or just, for yourself. Perfect for yourself. So that, my friends, is this edition of Kit Crush Wednesday, and that kit is Share a Smile. So with that, I'm going to turn it around and we're going to finish up for this evening. There we go. And I thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you really enjoyed this kit. I can tell you right now, I'm probably going to be ordering more of these because this was really fun to put together, and it'd be great, make great gifts for people. So with that, thank you so much for everyone that tunes in every week. I truly, truly appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you here next week for another edition. Thanks, friends. Bye.